think I'll play to 12 clears instead of 18. Oops. Oh, there's spike traps at the bottom. I didn't even notice. This is hard. I feel like I'm playing a mini game. I don't mind too much, but it's pretty weird. Oh my goodness. I didn't get to see what would happen after collecting all the gems because I died too fast. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe it would spawn some purple gems or another set of blue or yellow ones. Probably more blue ones if I had to guess. Because, okay, if we look at the gem switches there, there's like a difference of 5 there, and then a difference of 10 on the next one. So whether it's blue or purple or yellow, there's only, what is it, like 15 more gems to collect after I get all those yellow ones from that second round. Oops. Oops, I got nervous. I was not intending to fall down there. Ah! Keep jumping up right away and into my own death. Dude, there's so many missiles coming for me. How am I supposed to stay safe against so many of them? I think I need to get something to eat before I play this level. This is not a low energy level. Definitely reminds me of my Magic Hat inspired levels, but the thing is, it's not like, I don't know. I mean, my Magic Hat levels were pretty different because it wasn't necessarily all about collecting the gems, you know? That's kind of what this looks like. So, I'm not saying it feels like Magic Hat, but there's definitely a certain amount of similarity between, like, some of the hardest Magic Hat levels, like the boss fights, and this. There's definitely some overlap. But, definitely doesn't feel like the Magic Hat level exactly, no. Oops. Okay, looks like, yeah, there were some blue gems after that. First time surviving so far into it. You know what would make this level easier? Is if we didn't have glass for the backdrop. It's actually kind of hard for me to see my robot. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the reason why that's actually so hard is because the blue gems come from off screen, which does make sense. I just feel like he should have made them invisible and then just, you know, like give them a receiving channel. Because all he really did was he gave the path a receiving channel. But he should have given the gems a receiving channel too. So if you do that, then you can put them into positions that the player can start collecting them right away. As it is, the player, it's not necessarily incorrect for him to do it the way he did it as a designer, but because he designed it that way, it just increases the difficulty of the level because the player has to stay alive longer to get a shot at actually even grabbing the gems. So I guess what I mean to say is there's like a little mini transition between the second and the third round, but there's no such transition between the first and second rounds. So I just find that interesting. It's not necessarily a terrible game design choice on his part, but I would say that it is at the very least inconsistent. Unless, of course, if it's just like meant to mark like the halfway point, like halfway done the level, then I would have different feelings about it. But I haven't really seen the you know, the transition between the third and the fourth rounds. That is to say, is it delayed or not, right? Is it just like from 1 to 2, or is it just like from 2 to 3? Or is it different still? I don't know yet. So I can't really pass a judgment on my overall opinion on that delayed transition. If the transition from 3rd to 4 is delayed, just like from 2 to 3, then I would say it's inconsistent design, because he should have made it delayed between 1 and 2. But that's just my personal feeling on the matter. He could have made like all 4 phases like do a delay, but then that might be kind of boring for people that like want to start doing stuff right away instead of having to wait for the gems to come. Especially if you're gonna die a lot, you probably don't want to like sit there and do nothing. So for their first round, you know, being you don't have to wait, I could see why it's set up like that. And it may just be a matter of them just wanting to ramp up the difficulty and just running out of ways to do it and deciding and just have a delay there. He probably didn't think very hard about the delay though either way, but who really knows, it's hard to say for sure. He's a pretty intelligent maker in general, so I wouldn't put it past him. I thought I was gonna get away with that, but... I almost had that. There's no need for me to jump there. Honestly, this is so weird. Like, I feel like I'm doing everything different every time. Like, when I say I almost had that, I just needed to not jump at the very end. Like, that's true, but I don't know what I did, so I can't just go ahead and duplicate it. No, something about this is like, this is the kind of level that would be easier if the player was good at memorizing what they just did. You know what I mean? They'd be like, okay, well that... What the heck? I just realized the gems are actually moving up and down. That's pretty wild. They're just going in and out of... Oh! Okay, that was interesting. That was very weird. Fourth round. I was trying to hurry up and grab them before I got killed, and I suppose that decision blew up in my face. I wasn't paying enough attention to the bullets coming. I'm getting so distracted by my nose itching, I think I need to refill my humidifier. Imagine if you could beat the entire level doing nothing. Well, the thing is, you can beat the entire first round doing nothing, but it's not consistent. So, I guess that means I was wrong about what I said earlier. I was operating under the assumption that these bullets were not random, but that's completely untrue. Like, 'cause I just haven't been very observant, or I don't know. I just haven't been willing to question whether or not everything was random. But clearly, it is random. So that definitely adds a layer to the level that I didn't think very hard about. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Should you try to do what succeeded before or not? And I guess the answer is no, you should not. You should just try to be adaptable and just treat each life as a completely new life. Anything could happen, because that's the realistic expectations. Actually, another thing I just thought about now. I was gonna say, what if your inputs influenced anything? I mean, it's possible that your inputs might influence some stuff, other than spike traps at the bottom, obviously. But it's if that is something that's happening, it's in addition to fully random things, so it would supplement the randomness, if anything. So I don't know if that's true or not. Definitely one thing that could potentially change things is, like, theoretically, like, the timing of when you complete a round. But obviously that has no bearing on the first round of the level, since there's no delay. Collecting the gems. Oh man, why did I jump? I think just like staying on one side kind of helps a little bit, because it's a little bit hard to see where the bullets are coming in. Yeah, because they're like passing behind some spookstone, as well as like even the environmental walls. So, by keeping my attention fixed on the right hand side, for example, I could sort of see the bullets coming more fairly from the left, and the unfair ones I'm paying more attention to on the right. Because it's more unfair when you're like closer to enclosures, basically. Also just kind of do what I was doing before, which is just like basically just try to jump onto the platform from the other platform repeatedly until you beat the level. That was my first impression of what to do that would be relatively safe. It actually seems to be working out pretty good, at least for the second round. Surprisingly. I guess it sort of gives you a goal to shoot for. Just use the timing ready yet for me to jump to the platform. If it's not, then you don't jump. And if it is, then you do jump. Oops. And try to collect some gems along the way. Dude, okay, that is not cool. The garbage truck is going at it right now. Being super loud and breaking my concentration. Oh no! If I had jumped straight up instead of jumping to the left, I might have been able to survive through that. Oops! I jumped a little bit too early there. What the? My mouse is glitching out GR18. Either that or it's my controller. What the heck? Why would it be my controller? I don't know. Okay, well it seems to be behaving now that I unplugged it and plugged it back in. Oh, why did I jump? Dude, this garbage truck is so annoying. It sounds much like the projectiles in the game. I don't even know why I'm listening to the game. I feel like it actually doesn't help me. Oops. Like, I guess it gives me an idea of how many projectiles are coming for me. So maybe it does help a little bit, but if I have to hear the garbage truck too, it's just gonna break my concentration completely. Because it's like I'm not gonna know how many projectiles are coming my way. Obviously, because there's sounds in real life that sound similar enough that my ability to process how many are coming at me is completely busted at that point. It'd be like trying to, I don't know, listen for bird chirping, and, like, at the same time, a bunch of phones are ringing, kind of situation. birds might be trying to sound like the phones, or vice versa. Oops. I'm being super inconsistent about actually getting through the second round, aren't I? I'm not really pleased with that. Oops. Maybe I'm trying to do it too fast. I don't think so. I think I'm not doing it fast. I'm basically asking to die. Oops. So close. Well, I guess I've played enough of this level that I'm no longer, like, unable to distinguish the difference between the, you know, sort of like grayed out background with the glass tiles and GR18. Like, that's no longer an issue for me whatsoever. Like, I've gotten used to it, the background. And instead, the only thing I can really complain about visually is these darn bullets keep disappearing behind the enclosures. Plus the enclosures are like similar in color, plus the white cloud blocks also sort of like help them like get camouflaged, I feel like, personally. Just kind of like a blur. I guess if I play enough of it, I'll eventually get used to it. Oops. Oops. The problem is I keep panicking. I get so nervous. I guess it's really hard for me to slow, like speed up in my brain to know what to do next, if that makes sense. Like, you kind of need to slow down the game in your mind. I guess I could literally hit the reduced game speed, and this could be suddenly a whole lot easier. But I know that's really not necessary, and I'm just cheating myself if I try to get like 80 or 90% game speed. But at the same time, like, I feel like I'm wasting time if I don't just change it, so maybe I'll just change it. I don't know how much fun it'll be trying to jump at this speed, but whatever. Just give me more, my slow brain, more time to react and figure out what to do. More time to see the missiles coming. Oops. Wow, I thought I could jump underneath that bullet, but I guess I was wrong. Ow. Anyway, this definitely feels safer than before. Ow. It's still, like, very possible to make mistakes. Just in... Like, the complexity of, like, bouncing off of these things is just so wild. I'm coming at you at various dangerous, potentially dangerous angles, and I mean, not necessarily angles, but like, positions, orders, or whatever. Oh! I was almost done and I jumped right into a bullet, just as that round was starting. That round is actually over pretty fast, how clumped up the gems are. So it's kind of annoying that I keep dying in it. Oops! I thought for sure... I thought the thing was gonna rise too fast, but that was obviously a miscalculation on my part. That was definitely a salvageable moment that I was not supposed to jump for, to deal with. But I didn't realize until it was too late. Oh my... if I moved to the right, I might have been able to escape that. I'm not sure how much time I had to do that, but jumping was obviously the incorrect solution for that situation. Even with it this low, I still have difficulty seeing the missiles. Like, if I'm close to the wall and they're behind the enclosure, like, I'm not gonna notice the missile at all. Because there's no way I can miss it, notice it, and then, like, I would have need to have been looking at it before and keeping track of it, but for whatever reason I was looking somewhere else at the time. I don't know. You know what would make this easier is if there were some way to shrink everything. Is that what I'm trying to say? Yes. So I don't necessarily want to zoom in or zoom out. I just want to lower the resolution of the game. That would make this level easier to play. So the lower resolution, then you sort of achieve, like, sort of a reverse zoom in, I guess. Might be one way of looking at it. So, with everything smaller... Actually, there might be a way for me to actually achieve that instead of just talking about it. Let's see here. I can't choose my resolution settings right now. Maybe I have to leave a level to do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh. Dude, is it just me, or does it seem like it shoots more often in the third and fourth phase? Oops. I didn't see that one. Oh, why did I do that for? What is wrong with me? Oops. Whoops. I'm like sort of doing different strategies now. Oops. They're just as helpful as before, I guess. Nothing too special about them. My goodness. Oh! What the heck? Dude, okay, wait a minute. Am I losing my mind, or did, like... Are the missiles starting to come from below? And maybe above, too? Is that why I died? Because I died to a missile that was coming from below that I did not expect? I, like, ran into it when I was running from left to right or something? I don't know. You'd think that such a bullet would not be that threatening, because you could just step on it, but obviously, if you weren't expecting it in the first place, then I could see you running into it. But I'm not sure if that's what's happened. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Oops. I thought I was gonna land on that bullet, not gonna lie. Oops. Ah! Oops. Why is it like this? Oh my goodness. Is it just me, or does it feel like... Oh my goodness. It felt like I was constantly getting pushed towards the right. Maybe it was because of where the thing was, but I don't know. Maybe it was just losing my mind. My controller could have been freaking out, but if it were, you would think it would be moving to the right now, like control stick drift or something. Anyway, oh man. That was a wild ride for sure. How did that take me 36 seconds and LexLimbo did it in 13.69? What the heck? So fast. Anyways, good level though. Okay, that's number 8. We're crawling towards the number 12 at this point.